in the great witnesses here is one of particular interest for us to see, because like Sarah, we can see a very relatable attribute in her, or rather like many of these others, we can see a very relatable attribute that Sarah possessed, and which she showed as she was a person of faith that followed God. So back in the book of Genesis chapter 18, we want to begin here in verse 1, not necessarily reading, but just discussing the things that happen. So in Genesis chapter 18 and verse 1, of course you've got Abraham. He was going about doing the things that God had told him to do. Sarah, his wife, and all those others with him as well. And what you notice here is that right at the beginning of the chapter, that the Lord appears to Abraham. And then in the next verse, verse 2, you find that some others are with the Lord. But long story short, as Abraham was seeing these and understanding that it was somebody of importance, the Lord there, that he tries to be hospitable to these people. He invites them in and says, "Let us take care of you." He asks his wife to go and to make some cakes for them. Abraham himself goes to get some provisions that they might be cared for. And they just call upon these three, including the Lord, to rest and to allow them to take care of them. Well, what continues to happen from this point on is that Sarah's listening while Abraham seems to be talking to them, and those men with the Lord ask Abraham where his wife was. And after doing so, they say, "When we return, we are going to give you a son." And basically what the verse there says in Genesis chapter 18 and verse 10 is this: "And he said, I will certainly return to you according to the time of your life, and behold, Sarah your wife shall have a son." And then in